Hi, everyone. So sorry about that. I was on mute. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our dining services at University of Delaware overview. Tonight, my name is Jennifer Makowitz. I'm the marketing manager for dining services. Tonight, I will be reviewing the dining program here at University of Delaware and also reviewing meal plans as well. Tonight, please feel free to use our Q&A throughout the presentation. So we will have dining support staff that will be answering questions in the Q&A. And then if we have time, I will also be answering some questions live as well. All right, so let's get started with some campus highlights. All right, so Aramark has been a proud partner of the University of Delaware since 1991. We offer four dynamic dining partners departments here on campus. So we have residential, which is our dining halls, retail, which is our fast casual national brands, catering, and our concessions game day department. We also have three dining halls on campus. I will get into an overview of all three of those dining halls. We have a training table, which is called our Whitney Kitchen, located down on South Campus. We have two food courts that house most of our grab and go national brands. And then we also have five coffee shops and four pod markets on campus. We're always looking for new and innovative new dining options, and we have a very talented culinary trained team to deliver dining innovation. We offer mobile ordering and pickup using our Grubhub platform for all of our retail locations. I definitely recommend to any incoming freshman who hasn't been on campus yet to download the Grubhub app and link your UD1 card before coming to campus this fall. Another feature too, we also have self-pay at a lot of our kiosks, which is at the Nest, our Perkins Marketplace, and we have a BPI Marketplace as well. So most of our marketplaces are self-pay. Um, about 2 semesters ago, we recently added a halal station at Penn Cater Dining on North Campus, which is our dining hall. And we have a lot of local partnerships that include a lot of local restaurants, local to the Delaware and Newark area as well. All right, so next we're going to review our dining locations. All right, so we have two main models on campus. As you can see, we have our all you care to eat, which is residential. And when we say residential, we're really referring to our dining halls here on campus. So we have three dining halls, as I mentioned. We have Penn Cater, which is located on North Campus. We have our Caesar Rodney Fresh Food Company, that's located on Central Campus, really located in like the academic area. And then we have Russell Dining located on East Campus. So Caesar Rodney and Russell Dining, those two are the closest from each other. They're about a 2-minute walk from each other, located on East and Central Campus. And then we have our Whitney Kitchen, which I had mentioned, and that is on South Campus, a little farther from the three other areas as well. Then we have our on the go, or what we commonly refer to our retail. So these are our national brands, restaurants like our to go, coffee shops, food courts, and markets. That's what makes up our on the go, our retail. So we have two food courts. As I mentioned, it's Perkins, which is located near Caesar Rodney and Russell. And then we have Trabant, which is a little cool. It's more, it's like right off of Main Street, and it's about 5 minutes from Penn Cater. All right, so next we're going to go over our campus dining map. So you can see this map. You can see all the brands and locations that we offer here on campus. So we have about 10 to 15 grab and go options. We have five coffee shops on campus, and we have a lot of students' favorites brands. So we have Chick-fil-A, which is a favorite. We have Dunkin'. We're adding Starbucks as well to our portfolio. We have marketplaces. So our pod marketplaces are just little convenience stores for grab and go items. All right, and then we're going to go over the residential experience. So here you can see our three different dining halls that we offer. We have three different dining halls, and each offer a very unique, different experience. So Caesar Rodney, so if you did join us for new student orientation in person, you probably dined with us at our Caesar Rodney location. So Caesar Rodney is our largest dining hall on campus. It's actually one of the largest on the East Coast. It's about 55,000 square feet, and it has about 15 different stations. It has a lot of variety. A cool thing with Caesar Rodney that you might notice is we don't have any kitchens in the back. So all of our kitchens are frontward facing. So each station has its own kitchen that you can see the food being prepared. We also at Caesar Rodney have vegan stations, and then we have a kosher station as well with a OU supervised kosher station with a mashkia as well. We also have another solution at Caesar Rodney that was just added fall of 2024. It's called our Stress Less. It's another allergen solution. I will go over that later in the presentation when we kind of go over some allergen solutions. So Russell Dining Hall, that is our smallest on campus. So I had mentioned that Caesar Rodney and Russell Dining, they're pretty close in proximity to each other. So Russell Dining is the smallest. It has that very intimate feeling. It is a favorite for a lot of students. Its centerpiece is our gas-fired pizza oven. So once you walk in, you'll see the pizza oven, and we have handcrafted, artisan fresh pizzas available daily. Has like an open floor plan with some cozy seating. We also offer vegan and vegetarian options at Russell as well. Another cool feature for Russell is that it is open for late night daily from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. So it's perfect for those night owls that need some fuel for their studying. And then next we have our Pencater Dining Hall. So this is located on North Campus. At our Pencater Dining Hall, we do have a halal station serving certified halal meats. We also have kiosk ordering, which is a fan favorite for students. So students can order on the kiosk their favorite breakfast sandwiches, pizzas, flatbreads, and burgers. We do have kiosk ordering. It is important to note that our service style is very similar to our dining hall. So like once you scan it, it is still that all you care to eat model. It's just additional that we have kiosk ordering just for some customization. We also have local guest restaurants featuring global dishes that rotate each week. And then Penn Cater is also open for late night daily as well from 9 to 11, just like Russell is. All right, so special events. So we have over 50 student-focused events each semester. We have farmers markets that we offer monthly at our mentor circle, which is near the library. So we feature local and fresh produce. We have a chef's table that features a fresh lunch entree with local ingredients. We have local vendors that are also featured at our farmers markets. They're super cool. I highly recommend checking it out. We also have Cooking 101 classes available at our Penn Cater. They're completely free to our meal plan holders. You just have to sign up in advance. We do customer appreciation weeks. We have restaurant rotations. We have our Take 15 events, which are just events focused on mental health and wellness. We have chef spotlights. So our executive chefs will do spotlights in our dining halls throughout the semester. We have health and wellness tablings with our registered dietitian, Lee Runyon. We have sustainability events. And lastly, we have our supper club, which is a really cool event that we started last year, where we offer it every month at Caesar Rodney. And our executive chef, Carl Stower, will come up and prepare a four-course meal. It's an elevated menu. It is just one meal swipe. You have to sign up beforehand. But students really love this opportunity to be able to taste some elevated four-course meals. All right, next, so we're going to go over mobile ordering with Grubhub. So our campus is mobile ordering only. So what that means is at all of our retail locations, like our Dunkin', our Chick-fil-A, all those locations that you saw on the map, those are all done through Grubhub. So we have two modes of ordering. So the mobile app that you can use. So I would say 90% of our students, once they've moved in, probably like the week that week, 90% of the students end up using Grubhub. But then we also have kiosk ordering available as well, through the Grubhub platform. All of the retail locations process through Grubhub, and then there's pickup locations at each of the retail concepts. So here, we do have resources to get started on how to download Grubhub, but Grubhub is capable with your UDID card. So once you download, or if you already have Grubhub, you just need to sync it with your University of Delaware account. So then you can see all of the on-campus locations as well. All right, so next we're going to talk about our special dietary restrictions. So we take food allergies and accommodations very seriously here at Dining Services. Dining Services supports students who have dietary restrictions by providing information and resources that really allow students to make informed choices in all of our dining locations. We have our very own registered dietitian. Her name is Lee Runyon. Lee really takes into account each individual student's personal dietary needs and works with them to provide arrangements so that really all students can participate in the college dining experience. In addition, we also have allergen solution stations, as I mentioned previously, which is called True Balance. So our True Balance station is going to be located at Caesar Rodney and Penn Cater. So True Balance offers menu items without the top 9 allergens. We also have a kosher station at Caesar Rodney. We have vegan and vegetarian options all throughout campus, but at Caesar Rodney, we do have a designated vegan and vegetarian station for students. Recently at Caesar Rodney, we did add the Stress Less station. So that is an additional accommodation that we have provided. Students can get grab and go items that are gluten friendly. All right, so we're going to move into the meal plan portion here. So before we review all of the different meal plans that we offer for on-campus and off-campus students, we will be going over the different parts of a meal plan, which will really help like understand and be able to pick the meal plan best fit for your student when you kind of understand all the different features of a meal plan. All right, so we have our meal swipes. So our meal swipes mainly give you access to our dining hall. So as I mentioned before, our three all you care to eat dining halls, the way that that works is when upon entry of a dining hall, your student will have their UDID card. And all of their meal plan information will be housed with their UDID card. So they'll use that card to get into their dorm, they'll use it for laundry, but they'll also use it for their meal plan as well. So, for example, let's say your student is going to be dining at Caesar Rodney, they'll have their UDID card. Upon entry, there will be our checker stand or our greeter. And then your student will have their ID card, and then they will tap. That is one meal swipe. Then once they swipe their card, they have access into our dining hall. Unlimited access, they can stay as long as they would like, and they can access stations or as many stations as they would like, and they can choose their meal selection. Meal swipes, um, yeah, so meal swipes mainly give you access to the dining halls. So then we have our dining points. So 1 point is $1 dining. As I had mentioned, all of those fast casual on the go are retail locations that we had talked about earlier. That's predominantly where your student is going to use their points. So, for example, if they want to dine at Dunkin' Donuts, they can use their dining points to dine on our on campus retail locations. So meal swipes equals access to the dining hall, dining points equals access to our retail locations. So I'm kind of going to confuse you now. We also have a feature called Meal Exchange. So essentially what Meal Exchange is it takes what a meal swipe that a student would traditionally used to enter our dining hall and it exchanges it for a meal in our retail, our fast casual locations. So, with any program, there are some rules and restrictions. Meal exchange is accessed through Grubhub. So if your student was to use meal exchange, how they would do that is they would access Grubhub either through the kiosk or through the app, and they choose the location that they would like to dine at. So, for example, I'm gonna choose Chick-fil-A. If they want to dine at Chick-fil-A, they choose Chick-fil-A on Grubhub. And then there's going to be two options. There's going to be a regular menu, and then there's going to be a meal exchange menu. They'll choose meal exchange, and there will be preset combos available that they can use for meal exchange. They'll select the combo of their choice, and then when they check out, Grubhub will automatically convert the meal swipe into like a meal exchange. It is important to note that if you are using meal exchange, you're still using a meal swipe. And then guest meals. So each meal plan does come with guest meals. Guest meals can be used to treat your friends or family into the dining hall, or essentially extra meals for your student if they are in need of some extra meals for themselves. All right, so next, meal exchange. So as I had mentioned, briefly about meal exchange, it is available Monday through Friday, and it is done through the Grubhub app. So there is no like keeping track of like manually keeping track of meal exchange. It is done through Grubhub, and it can easily convert the meal swipe for meal exchange. And each combo with meal exchange will come with an entree, a side, and a drink. And all the combos for meal exchange are decided and uploaded to the meal exchange menu. All right, so now we're going to talk about on-campus meal plans. So, students living in traditional residence halls are required to have an on campus meal plan. We have four options for your student to choose from. So, I always get this question asked, what is the best meal plan? And the disappointing answer is there really isn't one. Um, that's why we have four different meal plans because every student has different preferences. So we really try to create meal plans to cater to different needs and wants. So, all students that will be living on campus, they're defaulted to a 14 weekly plan. And what that means is if you log into your students portal right now, the meal plan portal opened about 2 weeks ago, you will see the 14 weekly meal plan attached to your student's account. You do have the option to switch to any of these four plans, but every student that will be living on campus is just automatically defaulted to this 14 weekly meal plan. So I'm going to review each meal plan and the like how each meal plan works. So our 14 weekly meal plan, I'll start with that because that is our default plan. So the way that this meal plan works is you get 14 meal swipes per week. This meal plan resets every Sunday. So there's no rollover with the meals. What you don't use, essentially you lose. So this meal plan is great for those that really have like a set schedule and that want the 14 meals per week, which is about 2 meals per day. Again, you're not limited to how many meals you can use per day. You can use 3 1 day, you can use 4 1 day, but you have 14 for throughout the whole week. You also, with this meal plan, have one meal exchange per day, Monday through Friday, and that does count as a meal swipe. So essentially, with that plan, you could use 5 meal exchanges per week. This meal plan comes with 200 dining points, and points are for the entire semester. And all of our plans come with 5 guest meals. So, this plan, again, is great for those that really want some structure, that know kind of how many meals that they will be eating. It's typically great for those that want to eat like about 2 meals per day and maybe like an option or grab and go for their third meal. Next, we have the 175 block plan. So the way that this meal plan works is that there's 170 meal swipes front loaded to your student's account. So they move in weekend, and they'll get 175 meal swipes front loaded to their account. They can use the 175 however they see fit throughout the semester. This plan is great because it offers the most flexibility. 175 over the course of the semester comes out to about 10 meals per week. Again, they can use the 175 however they would like, but just so you can kind of get an idea of how many that would be per week. This meal plan comes with the least amount of meal swipes and I would say access to our dining halls, but it does come with the most amount of points here. It comes with 500 dining points for the semester, and this one comes with five guest meals. So this meal plan is great for those that really want more flexibility and want to dine in our retail a little more than our dining halls. So let's move to our all access plan. So we have two all access plans here. You can see at the top. Our all access plans come with unlimited meal swipes. So there's no keeping track of meal swipes. You have an unlimited amount of meal swipes and you can access our dining halls as much as you like throughout the semester. These plans are great for those that just kind of want to come and go and access our dining halls as much as they'd like. This is great if you want to just go in, grab a snack, a drink, and then leave and head out to class. So you have unlimited access, which is great. The difference between these two plans is going to be the amount of meal exchanges and the points. So I would say if you are contemplating between these two plans for the all access, is it really comes down to how much your student will frequent retail. So if they are wanting to visit their favorite national brands a little bit more, I would recommend the premium all access because it does give you two meal exchanges per day and gives you 330 dining points, whereas the all access only has one meal exchange with 150 dining points. All right, so next we're gonna talk about points and flex. So, points are a part of your student's meal plan. They are automatically loaded to your student's account, and you do get a 10% off discount with all purchases made with points, which is a really nice added bonus. And then with points, points will roll over from the fall semester to the spring semester, and then they expire at the end of our spring semester, what we call our academic year. So then we have another tender type called flex. So these are two different tender types. They're not the same. There is sometimes confusion that this is one tender type. They're completely different. So points or dining points is a part of your meal plan, and flex is like a university fund. It is not a part of the meal plan. None of our meal plans offer flex. It's completely voluntary. So a lot of students or some students go through their whole college career and don't really utilize flex. Again, it's a completely personal preference. Flex can be used at all of our dining locations and in addition, other places on campus, including printing and laundry. Flex, just like dining points, are a dollar for dollar value. But the biggest difference I would say between points and flex is that flex does not expire. Flex will travel with your student until they graduate. All right, so how to change your meal plan. So, as I mentioned, all students are defaulted to the 14 weekly meal plan. But if you like any of those different options and your student really wants to change, we do have the option to change your meal plan. So if you visit this URL, it will bring you to a web form. You'll have to log in using your student credential. Unfortunately, parents, you do not have access to change your student's meal plan through the parent portal. The only access given is through the student portal. The meal plan deadline to change is going to be September 9th, which is the same date as the drop ad for classes. So it's a great thing to remember that both of those have the same deadline. So with that web form, when you log in, you'll have the different options. If you're a student living on campus, you'll have those four options that you can choose from. You'll choose the meal plan that you would like, and then you can submit. So from now till move-in weekend, you can change your meal plan as much as you would like. You can change it every single day if you would like. I wouldn't recommend that, but you are able to. And then from move-in weekend to September 9th, you can only change your meal plan one time. So that is important to note. From move-in weekend to September 9th, you can only change that meal plan one time. So I always recommend picking the meal plan that you think is going to work best for you now, and then move in, kind of get a feel for your schedule, how your life on campus is going to be, and really determine if the meal plan that you had selected is going to be your right choice. If you think that you would like to change, I would suggest making that change before September 9th. Another thing to note too is that you are just selecting your meal plan for the fall semester. Spring semester will have another open enrollment period, so you won't be locked in for your meal plan throughout the whole academic year. It's just for the fall semester. Then during the winter, so January, we'll have that open enrollment period again where the meal plan portal will open and you can change your selection. So we do have something called auto enrollment. So the meal plan that you selected for the fall will appear for the spring semester, but again, you can change it just through this meal plan or through this web form. All right, so next we're going to talk about our dining website. Our dining website is very useful and it contains all of the meal plan information that we reviewed tonight, our hours, all of our locations on campus, menus. So all of our dining halls show all of our menus for every lunch period throughout the entire semester. We also have health and wellness information, sustainability, and all of our contact information is on there as well. We also have a frequently asked questions page, which has a lot of helpful resources and important information there as well. All right, so next we have our Instagram. So we do have social media. We have a Facebook and an Instagram. Um, our Instagram is at Dining UD. Highly suggest following our social media. So we post a lot of pop-ups, giveaways. We have a lot of fun stuff that we have happening on our social media. Parents, if you would like to follow us on Facebook, it's just a great way to see everything that's going on throughout dining throughout the semester. Okay. All right, and just to recap some important dates. So the meal plan portal is officially opened. Your student's fall meal plan will begin on move-in weekend. So the first meal back will be brunch at all of our dining halls on Saturday. I believe it's the August 23rd. Then our first day of classes, our fall standard hours will begin on August 26th, that Tuesday. And then again, our September 9th, really important date to remember, is the last day to add or change your meal plan. Okay. And then this is all of dining's contact information. So we can be reached by email, phone, all of our website, or our website houses all of our important dining information. Our social media handle is there. And then our registered dietitian, Lee Runyon, her email and her phone is there as well. So if you have a student that has any dietary restrictions or allergies, I highly recommend reaching out to Lee before your student comes to campus just to feel more comfortable if there's any additional resources that you may need or any questions. Lee is just really that great resource. All right. All right, so this is the time that we're going to open it up for some questions here. So if you did put some questions into the Q&A box, we're going to go ahead and answer some live questions now. So Megan, if there are some questions in the chat that we can answer live.
Absolutely. One moment. There we go. All right. So one of the questions that has been coming up quite a bit was the if students run out of points, are they able to add more during the semester?
Yeah, that's a great question. So students can add points anytime to their account throughout the semester. So if they wanted to, they could add it the last week of classes if they need it. The points can be added, that URL that I showed earlier where they changed their meal plan. That's where you can add dining points to your student's account.
Okay, up next would be, let's see here. Is there a way that students can track their meals or remaining meal points on an app or something along those lines?
Yeah, so students, if they log into their portal, they can see how many meals that they have remaining for the 175 block and I believe the 14 weekly. With the unlimited, obviously they can't track how many meals because it is unlimited. And then another way that they can track their points usage is through the Grubhub app. So when you go to like check out through the Grubhub app, you can see how many points you have remaining on your account.
Excellent. Let's see here. A whole bunch of them just came in. So
No
let's see
problem.
here. All right then. So which meal plan do the majority of students use, which I know varies?
Yeah, so there isn't one meal plan that fits all students' needs. I would say it really just depends on your student and what their eating habits are. I would say maybe now a student favorite would maybe be the 175 block with access to retail. But I would say, like last semester, the premium all access has also been a popular because of that two meal exchanges available and the 330 points. So again, it really just depends on what your students' needs are going to be and how frequent they plan on dining in our dining locations or our dining halls, excuse me, and how much they want to frequent into our retail locations.
All right then. So how do off-campus meal plans work, or where can we find information about them?
So off-campus meal plans will work very similar to our on-campus meal plans. We do have off-campus meal plans that are available to view on our website. So if you go on our meal plan page, they're separated by on-campus and off-campus. So our off-campus meal plans are just going to offer less meals and less dining points because students that are living off-campus have more access to kitchens. So we do offer plans that have less amount of points and meal swipes. But they work the same. So we have block plans and all points plans. And then if you are a student living off campus, but you would like to purchase an on-campus plan, you're more than welcome to do so.
Understood. All right, then one question which has to do with dietitian as well as just with retail in general. Um, if a student has celiac disease and needs to be gluten-free, are there any options to use meal exchanges at the retail locations, or would it just be safer to stick with True Balance and stress less?
So I would reach out to Lee Runyon with that question, and she would be able to advise the best option or yeah.
Okay, do the dining halls or other locations take cash or charge?
So at our dining halls, we do have a door rate. So you can use debit or credit to enter our dining halls. We don't accept cash.
All right then. Many audience members are requesting copies for slides, but this presentation has also been recorded as well.
Yes. So this presentation has been recorded and will be available to view on the Blue Hen Family Hub.
Now I'll add a link for the Blue Hen Family Hub. All right then, let me see here. People are asking to see the meal plan screen again. We also have a question if meal points apply to the restaurants on Main Street.
So Main Street is separate from our dining program and is not affiliated with our on-campus dining program. However, we do have partnered with local restaurants. So Snap Pizza does have a location on Main Street, but we have partnered with them recently and Claymont Steak Shop, and they will pop up in Trabant, and students can use their dining points to purchase. But we don't have any affiliation with on-campus restaurants, or sorry, with Main Street restaurants.
All right then. Um, will students be able to use gift cards at retail locations in place of Grubhub?
So gift cards, you won't be able to use at our locations. However, if you did want to treat your student, you can add dining points onto their account.
Where can parents find the prices of the meal plans?
So our pricing is available on our website. So if you go to our website and on our meal plans, you can see all of the pricings for our different meal plans on campus and off campus.
All right then. Just checking around. If a student receives a full scholarship, does that, well, in general, are meal plans included in scholarships?
So it really depends on the scholarship. I would reach out to the meal plan contract office. Their contact information is on our website as well, but I would reach out to them because each scholarship is different.
Okay. Someone added in the, one of our guests added in the link for the meal plan location. Let's see here. Um,
So I did see someone ask what did the credit card rate for the dining hall is. So our door rates are for our different meal periods and they're available on our website as well. So it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and brunch. They're all different rates.
I was holding on to that one. Other than that, I think that's the majority for them. We do have some that were answered during the presentation as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for attending tonight's dining session. We really appreciate you taking the time. If you do have any additional questions, again, our contact information, you can reach out to us, email, phone. All of this information is also housed on our website as well, which is udel.edu/dining. That houses all of our meal plan information, our location. So it's a great resource. But look forward to having all of your students join us this fall semester and enjoy the rest of your summer. Thank you so much.
We did get one last question in, I'm sorry, which is if there's any additional Grubhub fees for when you place an order. Sorry about that, it just came in.
That's okay. There are no Grubhub fees associated with your order.
All right then, good to go.